Hi everyone, welcome to your final week of ENST 420, the U.S. Environmental Movement. I want to thank you right now for all of the hard work and the dedication that you've shown through this very fast-paced 5-week course. You've all done a great job. You've presented terrific information. You have challenged me, and I've learned a lot from you. I hope you've learned a lot from me. Let's get right into the only two things you have left to do, which are your final paper and your final exam. First of all, your final exam. This is cumulative. It'll be over everything that we have covered this entire 5-week course. Lectures, assigned readings, forum discussions, and to a certain degree your response papers. In other words, everything that we've talked about is fair game in your final exam. The exam will be available Wednesday, June 20th at 12:05 a.m. and it is due by Friday, June 22nd at 5 p.m. So you have to have the exam completed and submitted by 5 p.m. You can't log in at 4:30 and get this exam done, or even maybe at 4, depending on how familiar you are with this and how much test anxiety you might have. So don't wait till the last minute, because once 5 p.m. comes around, whatever you've done is done. That's it on that final exam. And that's worth 30 points on your final overall score. Now let's talk a little bit again about your final paper. You've been working on this throughout the entire course, and so this should be no surprise to you. First of all, if you have questions or you need help on anything, I'll be available by email all week, but I won't be at my computer all day every day. So I have picked some times that might help you know when you're going to get a response to a question. And so if it's something you want to go back and forth with me on, those are times to shoot for. And if those times don't work for you, be sure you email me and set up an appointment where we can email or video chat or however you want to do it back and forth to get the help that you need. Okay? The times I've set up is my responses will be generally in the early morning before 10 or 11 a.m., depending on what's going on that day for me. And then again, late evening between 9 and 10 p.m. Sometimes I might go later, but usually not. Okay, so remember to go over your final paper assignment both in your syllabus along with your learning outcomes, and all of that I went ahead and put into the opening page of the final paper assignment, which is the place where you're going to upload your paper. Remember that this paper is to envision your personal future in light of the history that we've talked about of the U.S. environmental movement, where the movement stands today, and how you see yourself and your career in light of these problems that we face and where we need to go in the future. Also remember that proofreading will be a huge part of this assignment. Things that I let go in discussion and maybe even in response papers. Sometimes I might have told you some things, and other times I might have let it go. But remember that this is a 400 level class, and this is to be a 400 level paper. That means grammar, punctuation, citations, all have to follow specific formats. I don't care if you use spell check, I don't care if you use Grammarly, but this should be as close to a perfect paper as you've ever written. It'll be a huge part of your success, as I said. Also be sure that you double check your formats, your fonts, your margins. Just write at a 400 level, college level paper, and you'll be fine. I think all of you have the thoughts and have generated thoughts throughout this semester that will help you. And I don't see a problem with this, but you do need to pay attention to those kinds of errors. So your final paper is due Friday, June 22nd by 5 p.m. No late work will be accepted. No exceptions on that. Okay. So that's your assignments, your final paper and your final exam. Since this is a short video, I was able to find a video conversation with David Suzuki. And while it focuses more on the Canadian part of solutions to environmental problems, it provides some pretty straight talk that you can apply to what is going on in the U.S. today and your future careers. So I hope you'll take 20 minutes or so and look at that and be inspired by that, to think of some answers that might help you in your final paper and help you as you go on in life. Okay, so the only other thing that I want to say to you, again, I want to thank you for what great students you've been this semester. I want to thank you for a great class. I want to tell you that I appreciated each one of you and how you worked so hard, taught me things, and I hope that you learned things as well. And the only other thing that I have to say is that my only hope for each one of you is a very bright future. Thank you for taking this class. Let me know if you have any questions.